Hi, everybody. This is Maxine Taylor, and I am here with my November astrological overview. And at long last, my book, Take Back Your Money, is available on Amazon and on my website, MaxineTaylor.com. Now, just to summarize, 1, 2, 3. Your birth chart tells you all about your programming, but it doesn't tell you how to get rid of it. My very own Take Back Your Life method tells you exactly, step by step by step, how to release your programming and replace it with what you would like. Now, we're talking about money in this book, and this is a real topic, a real important topic right now for so many people. Because if you are in your story, in your programming, you see the same pattern repeating over and over again. This book will help you release it and replace it with what you want. It goes beyond astrology. Okay, so, and if you need personal attention, which sometimes, you're doing something and you come up against a wall, you're blocked. If you would like a personal one-on-one Zoom session with me on Take Back Your Money, it's here in the book, of course, but a lot of people need to have a one-on-one in order to get through it. Just go to my website, MaxineTaylor.com, look under the spiritual coaching tab, and you will find it there. So I look forward to helping all of you, whether through my book or face-to-face with me on Zoom. I'm looking forward to helping all of you create the money that you desire and deserve. There's no reason to live out mommy and daddy's messages or ancestral messages about money and why you can't have it and why others should. It's a very powerful book. Okay, now let us talk about November. Let me first grab my glasses so I can read it. Oh, that's much better. November 2022, this is the astrological overview, and it's really interesting this month because the sun, which is the center of our life, the center of our solar system, of course, our own solar system here. Our sun and Venus, which is money and love and beauty and the good stuff. And Mercury, how we think, how we communicate. All three of them start out the month in Scorpio. Now, Scorpio is, I think, the most powerful sign in the zodiac. And then within just about a week of each other, they all move into Sagittarius, which is the sign of truth and abundance. It's ruled by Jupiter, which is the greater benefic. Oh, my goodness. Yes. So, Scorpio, all or nothing Scorpio, transformational Scorpio, magical Scorpio, secretive Scorpio, psychic detective Scorpio. That's what we're talking about. So the sun is in Scorpio until the 22nd, when it spreads its wings and soars, and it is so radically different in nature than Scorpio, with the sun in Sag, very different from sun in Scorpio, that you will be feeling it. However, prior to that, Venus goes from Scorpio into Sag. Now, Venus in Scorpio deals with love and money, and there is secrecy about love and money, whether it's your own situation or somebody else's, to which you have been privy. This is Scorpio is a very intense sign. And so when Venus is in Scorpio, money goes all the way up or all the way down. Love all the way up or all the way down. It's just very, very deep. On the 16th, Venus says, all right, enough with this secrecy. I see the big picture. I'm ready to spread my wings and soar and create abundance. That's the 16th of November. Okay. Now, Mercury is the planet of communication. It's what we think about and talk about. It's not an action planet. It's a communication planet. And on the 17th, it goes from Scorpio, where it has been the psychic detective, where it has been digging for truth, digging through the bottom line, getting to the heart of the matter, getting to cause rather than looking at effect. On the 17th, excuse me, it moves into Sagittarius and says, okay, Venus, I'm holding hands with you and we are going to soar. And so you will find that your eyes are open to options you didn't realize you had. And this is on the 16th and 17th, and it continues all through the month. Terrific. Now, Mars. All right. Mars is retrograde. And when Mars is retrograde, as I've explained on my other videos in the past, Mars is action. Mars is energy. Mars is what we throw ourselves into. Mars is do it now. It's in Gemini, which means it gets up on its horse and rides off in all directions at once. It can be the planet of multitasking when it's in Gemini, but when it is retrograde in Gemini, it's not the confused planet that Mercury presents itself as when it goes retrograde. Mars is action, and so when it's retrograde, nothing happens. Nothing. It's like flatline. And now Mars is going to be retrograde until January 23rd in Gemini. It will go direct in 8 degrees of Gemini. If you have anything right around 8 degrees of Gemini, you will feel this. It'll be great. And it will, when it starts moving forward, it'll kick butt. While it's retrograde, it's not functioning. And that's part of the frustration so many of us are feeling, because nothing's happening. It's SSDD, same stuff, different day. So that's how it is. Now, Jupiter, the greater benefic, the planet of money and abundance and truth and expansion, is in beautiful Pisces, which is, it co-rules Pisces with Neptune. And so there's a very strong dreamy quality or escaping quality to Jupiter until it goes direct on the 23rd. Now, remember, when it goes direct, it moves into the shadow of the retrograde, and it's going to stay there, for a while, because Jupiter moves slowly. It doesn't move as slowly as Uranus and Pluto and Neptune, but it moves slowly. So it'll be in the shadow for a while, but at least it's moving forward. And since it does deal with truth and abundance, and yes, money, after the 23rd, those of you who are very sensitive, and I know many of you are empaths, you are psychics, you are healers. I know I'm preaching to the choir on this. You will feel this, which is really cool. Now, on the full moon, we have a full moon and a new moon, of course. The full moon, well, first of all, daylight savings time. I almost forgot to mention that. We change here in the States from daylight savings time to standard time between the 5th and the 6th of November, right around 2 o'clock in the morning on the 6th. Okay. Now, back to the full moon. It is a total lunar eclipse. And remember, we feel the effects of an eclipse at least a week ahead. And we already had an eclipse in October. And so this is the second one. They usually occur in pairs. And so this particular eclipse is November 8th. Anybody get the significance? Elections here, midterm elections here in the United States are on the 8th. We have a full lunar eclipse on the 8th. I am expecting the unexpected. And it depends on where it falls in your birth chart as to what is activated. So it falls in 16 degrees in 1 minute of Taurus. Let's just call it 16 degrees of Taurus. Find where that lands in your birth chart. Allow 5 degrees before the 16 and 5 degrees after the 16. Take aspect to everything in your birth chart with it, and you will see how this eclipse affects you. And yes, I am, of course, available if you would like me to do a forecast for you. But some of you are very well versed in astrology, and you understand what I'm saying. So, people from all the levels of astrological knowledge are interested in these monthly forecasts. So we'll feel the effects of this eclipse along with the October eclipse until the next pair of eclipses come along, which will be in the spring of 2023. They will be at their peak 3 to 4 months after they occur, which will be in 2023. So this election falls on a total full moon. It gives it added power. It's in the sign of Taurus, which deals with money, of course, and possessions and tangible assets. So find it in your solar chart, find it in your birth chart, and you've got the whole picture. Okay, that's November 8th. We have a new moon, and on the full moon, the eclipse, everything comes to a head. I keep forgetting, some of you really need a little more information about why this is so powerful. When we have an eclipse on an important date such as the 8th, it is powerful. We feel it ahead of time. It lasts till the next pair come along, but it's at its peak 3 to 4 months after it occurs. I'll be talking about that when probably tomorrow I'll get to it. when I record my forecast for the United States in November, because this is going to be a powerful election. We are divided here in the United States, and so it's going to be very, very interesting, because on the full moon, things come to a head. You hear what I'm saying? Okay. Then 2 weeks later, we have a new moon on the 23rd, November 23rd. On the 21st and 22nd of November, we will be in the dark of the moon, and energy is low. Nothing's going on. People don't feel like doing a whole lot of anything. On the new moon, on the 23rd, in 1 Sagittarius 38, that's when the energy starts moving forward, which is great, because we want energy for Thanksgiving, right? We need energy to tackle that Thanksgiving turkey. So that's how the month looks. It's a very powerful month. And of course, when you have an election, it's a very powerful time, especially considering what occurred January 6th here in the United States. I'm sure those of you who are outside the borders of the United States heard about the insurrection. It was just awful. So there's a lot more coming down the road. And with this full moon, just see our country in light. See the world in light, because we are one. We're not separate countries. We are one world. And to bring about love and peace and truth and honesty, everybody does not have to go along with it. We only need enough for a tipping point. And I know that there's a lot of talk about who's the best candidate and who's not, and all this. If you will tap into the love and the light that you are, because that's what you are. You are spirit in an earthbound body. And if you will focus on that, you will make a difference as you go about your daily tasks, as you interact with people. And I know I'm preaching to the choir, because so many of you are so gifted and so sensitive. And I am speaking to empaths and psychics and healers and starseeds and walk-ins. I know you're out there. So may the stars shine brightly on you this month. May you be surrounded by love and light, and make you create wealth. That's my wish for you. Bye for now.